Our spiritual leader, teacher, and guide is going to talk to us today about a national catastrophe that's taking place in our country. And I want all of you who are patriots to seriously listen. Seriously. And because this is not something that we should be joking about. This is something that if you are interested in the future of this nation, if you are in any way interested in our country as a whole, if you're interested in the survival of this nation, this is something that not only that you need to hear and study, but you need to try to figure out exactly what you're going to do to help the situation out or theoretically prevent it from happening. I turn the microphone over to our spiritual guide, the Honorable Pastor James David Manning.
The statistics that I'm going to, I will not be bringing forth a lot of statistics in this report. These are mostly observations of James David Manning, but there is one statistic that I want to bring forth. That was reported on CNN going back about a month and a half ago, that a report had been done, whether it was gathered by the Census Bureau and then translated by someone else who had taken census gathering the information and compiled a report that 2/5 of all people in America under the age of 18 years are brown-skinned people.
If this is true, this needs to be addressed like immediately. And nobody seems to be talking about that. I figured he would.
Census Bureau, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, how are you?
I'm fine.
I was transferred by the receptionist. I was calling because I heard something that I just needed to find out if it was true. On CNN, apparently, they were saying that the Census Bureau had recently issued a terrifying report saying that within the next 30 to 35 years that America would no longer be a mostly white nation. And I'm wondering if I could just get some validation on whether or not this is accurate.
I think your best bet is to talk to someone in our media office. They're the ones that issue the news releases.
Well, I didn't.
Let me transfer you over there.
I just wanted to know whether or not it was true. I mean, I don't necessarily.
Well, I can't tell you if it's true. I mean, I could take you to the estimates for the United States by race, and you can look at the numbers.
That's really all I want to know.
Oh, okay. Are you online right now?
Sure.
So the most current estimates we have right now are as of July 1st, 2009.
Yes.
And we won't have these again until after the 2010 census results come back.
Understood. Okay.
So the first section is both sexes, all totals. So there's your breakdown by race. So if you see all of one race, for example, everyone that put down just one race, and then they're listed white, black, American Indian, Alaska Native, Asian, Native Hawaiian, or Pacific Islander.
Gotcha.
And those are your totals.
Okay.
Then the next section of this is those that are not Hispanic.
This poor lady. I really feel kind of bad that she has to go through this with me.
And that
but
gives
we're going to get
those
our answer.
totals by race.
Okay.
And then you can go down to the third section, which is the Hispanic population.
Right.
Which, as you know, can be of any race.
Exactly, exactly.
And that breaks them down by race. So there's your totals.
Okay.
Now, this is as of 2009.
Okay, got it.
So we don't actually
really
say
know
minority, or we break down by race or ethnicity. So we don't use the term minority, which is what you said. But we break.
Well,
it down
non-white is what they were saying, and it was just I'm thinking. You know, I was a little freaked out and a little afraid by the report because I'm saying to myself, you know, if we're not going to be mostly white in 35 years. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but that is a national emergency, and I didn't know whether or not it was being treated as such.
You know what I think is triggering some of those reports, and that's my own personal opinion, is just because of the increase in the Hispanic population, and most Hispanic people don't even consider race that much, but in most cases they're probably going to be white Hispanic.
Okay, great.
Because that's what most of the larger numbers are, white Hispanics. So. if you're including that total, which a lot of these stories do, they include that in with the total, which is already totaled, then that's why they're coming up.
Okay.
You can look at the projections. I mean, you can look at the national projections, which go all the way out to 2050, and you can do a comparison from there.
I actually got what you're saying, and a lot of these people are going to use these things as kind of like scare tactics in order to get their ratings up. But I think that we'll be fine. The more I look at it and hear what you're saying, I'm going to calm down. I actually believe at this point that we'll be fine.
Oh, we'll be fine. There's
Great.
no doubt about it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I thank you so much. You've really helped my day.
Oh, you're welcome.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye. Did you hear that, people? She confirmed for us that America will remain white for as long as we can see into the future. And I'm telling you, people, I'm telling you that as long as the country remains Caucasian, we will survive. As a nation, we will survive. And I thank that woman at the Census Bureau for allowing me to calm myself down and realize that America's not going anyplace. The Hispanics that are helping to grow the population, they're white Hispanics, not the brown ones. So we're fine.